Hey there, this is Catherine Cartwright. Welcome. I am sharing a new die set that I got that has reinvigorated my love of these stamps that I've had for a really long time. And I thought it was a great find to potentially add to your craft stash. So I just wanted to share it with you. This is from Stamps of Life. There are 2 dies in this set. You get both of the ones I'm showing you. And these are for sentiments. So Stamps of Life a long time ago released these sets called statement sets. You got a stamp and a large word die. I'm showing you the Christmas one. There are a bunch of them. I can't even remember them all. I've got a box full of them, as you can see. And then here's the stamp that coordinated with it. But you could kind of build your image. You could say Christmas wishes or just Christmas and a Happy New Year, that kind of thing. But I haven't used them that much over time because I have to always make a strip. And so I was really excited to see this die was released to coordinate with that. They've got a newer set as well, I think, of sentiments that work in this die set. I don't have any of those. I just have the older ones, but it's kind of reinvigorated my love for that set. I love the font on those statement dies, and so I was excited to see this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run both of these through my little die cutting machine here. This is from Diamond Press. If you're not familiar with it, it's just a little tabletop one that fits these dies, both of them. And so I'm going to end up with a bunch of these strips. I'm not going to use these strips in this video, these blue and the black ones per se. I'm going to actually cut some white ones because I want to show you how I like to create these strips. But you can, I will say, you don't have to have a stamp positioner. I'm going to use a stamp positioner, but you don't have to have one. But I just thought this was a pretty easy way to stamp out these images. So I'm showing you, I've got this piece of Sizzix sticky grid in my positioner that I use. I picked this up from my local craft store, and I'm going to replace my sheet because that other one you could see was well loved and it wasn't as sticky. It's not super sticky, but when you first use it, it has a nice tack to it. So I'm going to peel this off and just replace the whole thing, and I will start fresh with a new one. So I'll have a nice tack on there. You can't pick it up, it's not that strong, but it is sticky to the paper. So it's something I have loved over the years, and a lot of times I'll just cut a little piece to have extra adhesion. All right, I'm going to add a little magnet there just for an extra bit. I have gone ahead, like I said, and cut some of these strips in white. And then I'm going to go back and fill these back in. I'm going to put all of them back in. But this is a great way if you wanted to just cut out and you only wanted 2 of these, let's say. Well, then you could just use your kind of black placement tool here and add them back in, and then you could pick out your stamps there. So you can see that I am going back here and I'm pulling out different stamps, seeing which one fits, and most of them fit. If they're a little too long, you could always just trim the paper down. And then the main reason I got this strip die was for the sentiment set, that statement set, but I have tons of Hero Arts Stampin' Cut ones. You can see that have all these different words and little fonts with them. And so I wanted to be able to use a bunch of different things with this, and they fit beautifully. So I'm just pulling these out, and I'm going to find this last one here that fits, and then I will add that to my paper. But again, so if you have one from a different stamp company that's smaller, you could add it in and then just trim down your paper. But it's just so nice to have pieces that are already ready to go when you want to put a card together. So I'm just going to ink this up. I have to ink this several times, but that's because my ink pad is super dry. I noticed today I have been using it a lot, and I have not inked it in quite a bit. So it's going to take me a couple of applications, but these are all Hero Arts and Stamps of Life all make high quality stamps. So it is not a stamp issue. It is an ink issue. I've got to get my pad re-inked. So it took me a couple of tries, and you can see they turned out great. And there's one that I did off camera with a blue. So I'm going to repeat the same process. I just wanted to show you I'm going to call them like banners, flags, whatever. On the second one, I didn't fill in all of them, but I filled in several of them, and I just wanted you to see what those look like. So you've got some skinnier ones and you've got some thicker ones. You can see I turned one of the stamps the opposite direction because I know I want the banner to go the other way. So you can play with it that way as well. And again, you don't have to have a stamp positioner for this product, but it does make it a good bit easier. So I can see I've got a handful of strips now at my ready, and I'm just loving them because they're reinvigorating my love of that stamp set. And I'm just going to make a quick card using one of those banner sentiments that I created. This is a Hero Arts background that was in their April 2022 My Monthly Hero. It was a stamp and then a stencil set that let you color these gorgeous flowers. And I just had that literally on my desk, so I decided to use that to create this card. I don't know if they still are selling it. It's probably sold out, but I will link it if it's still on the website at all. I have cut the thanks in pink, and I am going to add my panel to a piece of green cardstock. This is Kiwi from Stamps of Life, and then this is cherry cardstock, also Stamps of Life, is my card base. So I'm going to put that together, and then that sentiment, the thanks, I will add on there. That is from the Hero Arts, so those two items. But you can see how you can use this strip die for other brands. I also have a lot of my favorite things, the little itty bitty sayings and the bitty greetings, and those would work great with this set as well. So I found one of those strips from the original cutout that I did, but I wanted to have a layer, and so I checked to see if it would fit, and it layers beautifully. So this is one of the banner dies from half of the set, so to speak, and then this rectangle one is from the other one, and they fit beautifully. So this is just kind of a workaround if you wanted to layer these together. They don't come together as layering, but this is a way that I was able to create a layer with it. So I was happy to see that they coordinated so well together. All right, I'm going to peel off my thanks. It had some Sizzix adhesive on the back from a previous project, but then I decided, you really could not see that thanks. So I switched to black cardstock. This background is pretty busy, but I wanted to make sure that you could see it, so I decided to change it to black. If you still feel like you couldn't see it, you could always add a strip of paper below it to kind of set it off. But I kind of like the way that it looked, very organic there, just kind of floating in the flowers. And then I will add my sentiment strip right here, and that made for a quick and easy card, one layer card as well. So I hope you enjoyed this product. It's going to be one that I will use a lot. I'm excited to get it. And I just wanted to share it with you in case you may have had those other stamps and had stamps that were for sentiments, but they don't have a strip. This strip die might be the one for your craft room. I'm going to add a little bit of stickles here, glitter glue, my favorite stuff to use, to add a little bit of glimmer and glitz to a project without lots and lots of mess. So once this dries, it will be a beautiful glittery sparkle on my wings. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like and share. And thanks so much, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.